Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Media TrueNerd, and welcome back to Hitman. In fact, welcome to Hitman, the grand finale, or rather the grand finale of Season 1. Because when they originally announced this game, it was just Hitman, and at some point it's kind of become Hitman Season 1. I'm not sure if that was the plan all along, if they kind of changed their minds as they were going through. But yes, this is now the grand finale of Hitman Season 1, and there's going to be like a Season 2 and possibly 3. I think they've already mentioned 2 and 3. So this is kind of like the end of the first season, which is very, very interesting. And that means, of course, we've got ourselves over in the destination tab, Hokkaido, Japan. So, let's see where this little bit of the story is going to end up for the rather mysterious little cutscene at the end of Colorado, where it was strongly implied that the very British grey bloke seemed to know 47 very, very well, suggesting, well, most likely scenario is he's one of the brothers, but I'm pretty sure 47 killed absolutely all of those in the events of either the original Hitman or Contracts, depending on which version of, reality you choose to believe in. But, yeah, we'll see about that. So here we are, the final mission of Hitman, Situs Inversus, whatever that means exactly.
Good morning, 47. The board has sanctioned Eric Soders for termination. After Colorado, we did some digging into Soders' private affairs and discovered that he has been fast-tracked for critical heart surgery at the hyper-exclusive Gama Private Hospital in Hokkaido, Japan. Such a display of power has Providence written all over it. Soders, who suffers from a rare condition known as situs inversus, where his internal organs are reversed, desperately needs a right-sided heart transplant and has clearly betrayed the ICA to get it. He was admitted last night and is currently being prepped for a 3-day surgery. We have booked you into Gama under the usual guise of Tobias Reaper, corporate shark, here for a standard medical checkup. As such, you will need to play it by ear and procure whatever tools you need to complete the mission. You also need to eliminate Yuki Yamazaki, a Tokyo lawyer who works for Providence. Soders has already given Yamazaki access to our client records and has agreed to provide a full list of active ICA operatives post-operation. This transaction cannot be allowed to happen. Soders must pay for his treachery, and his insidious employers must be taught a lesson. ICA's sovereignty is at stake. Powerful as Providence may be, we need to draw a line in the sand. I will leave you to prepare.
So interestingly, we're not actually going after Providence in any way. We're simply taking on, kind of the traitor for the ICA itself. And also, one person who happens to work for Providence who is actually doing the deal with. So it's almost more firing a warning shot than going after Providence. And also, the two people who were mentioned in Colorado, the old grey guy himself, and indeed the woman, what was her name? Was it Olivia? I think she was Olivia, the female hacker who had been involved in leaking all the information that led to all the events of Hitman Season 1 so far. Neither of them are present. So, that's an interesting way to end it. We shall see. So, all we've got are, yes indeed, it is indeed just 2 people to be killed. It's actually kind of accessing those records or using the transaction is not deemed to be part of the mission. We just need to kill 2 people. That's fine. Sometimes the missions where you have to do more than 2 or 2 people and something else can drag on a little bit. So, I'm happy it is just the 2 people. Alright. Now this is interesting. I'm not actually allowed to bring in any gear whatsoever and no concealed weapon. That's fine. I never ever brought in any concealed weaponry anyway, but that's fascinating. Okay, so no guns, no lockpick, no fiber wire, no coins, but in all fairness, gear isn't as important as it used to be. Now that I can just go up behind anyone I want and then just basically grab them and then snap their neck if I need them to die, or just continue knocking them out if I need to knock them out, and I can just kind of grab loads of tools around. I'll probably find coins. As far as I can remember, I don't think I've ever actually used my concealed weapon in any of the missions so far, so that's absolutely fine. So right now we're just a VIP patient. To be honest, I say going under the name Tobias Reaper strikes me as a terrible idea. Soders works for the ICA. If he overhears anyone say Tobias Reaper or Mr. Reaper or anything like that, if he sees it on a screen or written in a book or anywhere, he's gonna know it's 47. We really should not be using that particular identity right now, but fine. And obviously we are starting in our own room, so apparently we're checking in off camera or something. I can, however, smuggle in an item to... No, I can't. There's not a single smuggled item location available immediately. So the first time I do this, it is actually going to need to be done without any equipment whatsoever. Okay, that's a nice challenge. I appreciate that, game. Bring it on, I say. In that case, may as well get in there, see what goes on.
Welcome to Hokkaido, 47. The Gama Private Hospital provides cutting-edge medical treatment for the global elite outside the law if required. The facility is partially run by an artificial intelligence system known as Kai. The AI oversees patient admission to various areas in the hospital and even participates in some medical procedures. You will find Eric Soders in the operating theater, undergoing a pre-surgery regenerative stem cell treatment, a highly controversial procedure, yet to be approved by Japanese authorities. Yuki Yamazaki has already arrived. You'll find her in her suite or roaming the restaurant and spa areas of the hospital. Soders is scheduled to be put under soon. Let us make sure he stays that way. Good luck, 47.
Hello, Mr. Reaper. As part of the service here at Gamma, your personal robe has been outfitted with a radio frequency identification chip. The device will unlock and allow access to your personal suite.
Right, so I can only access my own room, I can't access anyone else's. Ooh, I like this though. Yeah, of all the missions I've been given, this is nice. Remember back in Hitman 2, when you had to like crawl through sewers in order to assassinate slightly corrupt Russian generals? This is way nicer. Maybe I won't even bother killing this guy. I'll just enjoy the holiday. Now let's step outside and just enjoy the view for a second while we're here. Oh, that's nice. That is nice as a final little... Oh, that's very pretty. And also just apparently an infinite never-ending chain of little just kind of floating lanterns. That's the first one, but now they just seem to be coming up forever. That's nice. And also, I can vault over here, which would therefore give me access to another room if I needed it. Fine, so if I need more rooms, I can get round to more rooms by going around here. I'm guessing that down there will be my exit point when I'm done. I would imagine also somewhere there'll be like a helipad that I could also use if I could get hold of. Actually, you don't normally need a key for a helicopter. Normally it's like cars and boats need keys. Helicopters, apparently like people generally trust that... Oh, hello. What's that up there? Oh, sorry, I thought there was a bed up there above the cable car station. No, that's probably just part of the mechanism, though. I wonder if I could do something to that as well. Odd that's even there, to be honest. Right, let's see what we've got going on here on the map. Ah, but first, okay, so the way that access to the room works is it's working on a chip incorporated into your clothing. So just wearing the right clothing acts as a key for the right door. Got it, okay. So right now I'm on the lowest level in this room over here. There's another room there, and then there's another room round here, and I feel like those could all be relatively easy to... Ooh. Okay. Yeah, this feels good. So if I could just get into this room round here, I could just creep round here and assassinate her. That feels nice and easy to do, but I feel like it's got to be a little bit harder than that. We've got the cable car here and some form of area round here, and you're upstairs a little bit. Fine. Up to the first floor, we've then got... Again, whatever this is here. So we've just... Actually, this feels like quite a small area, to be honest, because, like, all of this is unused apart from the lower level. And then we've got this level up here where literally nothing is used but this area here. And that's just the surgery wing right there. And yeah, the second and third floor is actually very, very small. This feels like quite a small little area. That's interesting. Okay, fine. You know what? Let's start off by just clambering out here and seeing what's in the next room over, just in case it's anything useful. A couple of doctors over there, so possibly if I could lure one of those into my room with a thrown item of some description, I'll be able to get myself what I'm guessing is like a doctor or a nurse uniform there. And this is interestingly marked as a hostile area, not just intruding. So yeah, security is so tight. If you get seen in the wrong area, it's instant opening fire. You don't just get escorted out of this area, you are just straight up killed. Now what have we got in here? Ah! Okay, so in this bedroom, we've got, interestingly, lie down as Amos Dexter. I don't know who Amos Dexter is, but fine. If we could find out who Amos Dexter is, that might be useful, because apparently that's who lives in this room. And we've got right here, call for assistance. So if I wanted to summon someone in here to get myself a little starting disguise, and right now I've got myself a cowboy bust. Okay, got myself a cowboy bust there. Very, very nice. And then we've got over here, patient journal. What are we going to learn from this? Wait, that Mr. Dexter? Oh my goodness, it's that Mr. Dexter! That's the Dexter from Hitman Absolution. Wait, hang on, no it can't be. He's dead. He's really dead. Mr. Dexter is admitted to Gamma on the red list. He's scheduled for a lung transplant as soon as a viable donor organ becomes available. So far, there seems to be no complications, and the supervising surgeon is positive towards a full recovery of the patient. Not that full. I did shoot him repeatedly at the end of Hitman. That's the same guy, isn't it? I mean, like, it's got, like, the little Japanese helmet there, which, of course, was, like, that was what was in his penthouse. 1 pack of cigarettes. Don't know what those are for, but fine. Challenge stacking up. That was a challenge. Alright, fine, whatever. Yeah, it's got to be the same guy. The cowboy bust, the little kind of Japanese samurai helmet. It all fits with... That's weird. He's very dead. We were told this happened at, like, you know, the height of Hitman's powers. But, like, that means canonically this guy can't die. Because if he could, then the events of Hitman... Wait, hang on a minute. I could make the events of Hitman Absolution never happen. I'd be the biggest hero in the entire history of the franchise. Also, over here, we've got ourselves... Ooh, good, throwable. Soda can. Oh, it's a different soda can. It's a different brand of soda can. That's nice. Now. Let's just make sure there's no one... Actually, are you heading in this direction? Are you by any chance Mr. Dexter? If so, you might just be coming in this direction. Oh, yeah, this guy's coming in this direction. I think we've just found Mr. Dexter. Is it actually him? Is it really him? Just wait for the door to close. And subdue! Oh, never mind. I think we just got spotted there. Never mind. We got compromised. Well, that's fine. Because that means we get to murder this guy. There we go. I'm actually quite happy with that. Because now he's dead. And that means the events of Hitman Absolution can never happen. And now I'm Mr. Dexter. And no one will ever... Is it the same guy? Right, you know what? You go in there. No one is marked as seeing through this disguise, so I would say this is probably a good disguise to start off with in this case. So out here into the corridor we go. Let's not go any further right now. Just walk straight past here. Scientists, security. This is my door right here, but presumably now I can't get through that door anymore because I'm no longer dressed appropriately. Fine, makes sense. Go round here. More bins. These guys seem happy with me potentially going that way. And down this way to what is presumably the exit point, if I'm even allowed through here yet. Am I allowed through here yet?
Couple of months. Yeah, it's a good situation. Miss Yamazaki's very smart, very capable. Tough as nails, too. You should see her in the court.
She seems a bit, I don't know, untimely? Like she's not comfortable
Jason
in her own
Portman.
skin?
Yeah, you saw how she
Please
dropped her
come to the
fags up the
hospital
lift, crossing the
entrance.
gorge. It's just
A
nicotine
doctor will
craving.
escort you
Oh,
to your
yeah.
checkup.
Yeah, that was me 5 years ago.
That was for
Glad I got that
Mr.
monkey off my back.
Jason Portman.
Hey, we should get her a
A
pack.
doctor
Make a
will
good
escort
impression.
you to
In a
your
place like
appointment.
this, good luck.
Please proceed to the hospital.
Okay, so she's all for smoking. Well, I've actually got a pack of cigarettes, so that's useful right there. How do I get up to the room upstairs from here? I saw there was one, and there's a... Ooh, lead pipe right here. Just hide that there. Lovely. I don't see any way to get up to that top room, so fine. We have to visit that later when we actually get, like, up onto the roof. Now, round here, one of these is actually her room. But, yeah, if we can't access that room, and we can't access this room, and indeed the security right there. So, going in the front way to her room here is a no-go, but she does spend some time here. But if I could just find a way to get into this room, or indeed... Well, actually, I wonder if I could... No, there's no ledge there, so I can't clamber round from the edge there to here. I need to find a way into one of these two rooms, either by getting the right disguise for whoever the patient in that room is, or by hacking the security AI. Either of those would work. Let's have a look, see what else we got going on up here. Now we know about... Ooh! Really nice Japanese garden thing. Lovely. Now, security office, I'm guessing from the sign there, guarded by one security door. We've got ourselves more, I'm guessing, patients. Fine. So over to the right on the first floor, one hot spring. I assume I'm allowed in here. Yes, I am. Through we go. And I don't need to change into a robe or anything. We can just go into hot spring. No one in here. Nope, no one in here recognizes me. This seems like a unique disguise, which is good. One hot spring in here. I assume I'm allowed to just go in with my... I think I'm... Am I... No, it's just incredibly shallow. I was thinking, can 47 walk on water? No, this is just an incredibly shallow hot spring right here. And this strikes me as potentially a good location to... Well, good location to push someone off. Not sure they'd actually die. They'd just be, you know, ever so slightly hurt, but fine, whatever. And we've got, piece of information here. A yoga schedule, in fact. Let's see what we got going on here.
It certainly appears that Yuki Yamazaki is a fan of yoga. A schedule near the hot springs reveals that she has booked the trainer all day. Feeling flexible, 47?
So, if I could, find her yoga trainer, that might work as well.
That is Yuki Yamazaki, former lawyer to the Yakuza and current operative for Providence.
Okay.
Too crowded and too little heat. Pampered weaklings with their delicate skin. No, I'll pass. Maybe later.
So, we found our woman. She comes here occasionally. If I could get her to go inside the sauna, then... Ooh, hello. Might be able to... This looks like a bit of a... Well, not a secret door, but a staff door. I could use the scrambler device, if I had it with me, to crack that open. Fine, but I feel like killing her by heating up the sauna, I swear that's been in flipping Hitman before. So she comes in here. Let's just follow her around for a little bit, just figure out what she does, figure out her routine. We've kind of had a quick look here into the hot springs. Presumably she's going back to... Yeah, if she turns around and goes down these stairs, she's presumably returning to her room at this point. So in which case, her loop might be actually quite... No! She is... Looks like she's bearing left. So where's she off to now?
There he is, the director. Better catch him now.
The director? And she's out into the Japanese garden to speak to... You know, what, the director of the hospital? Let's see what we can learn about you.
Miss Yamazaki, I trust your people are satisfied.
Our people, Director. Don't forget who put you here.
Of course.
We appreciate you clearing your operating schedule. It is paramount to our interest that Soders survives. Still, this cannot have been easy.
A few unhappy clients. But fast-tracking Mr. Soders was a minor problem. Finding a matching donor heart at such short notice.
I'm sure you have your ways. Ways I do not need to know about.
If you don't mind me asking, who is Eric Soders? His resume says retired big game hunter.
Amusing. In a way, I suppose he was in his day. Mr. Soders belonged to an organization involved in the recent attacks against us, and we needed a man on the inside.
So it's true. Someone is targeting Providence.
Not for much longer.
Speaking of threats, we may have a breach in security. My team is investigating. If we find anything, you'll be the first to know.
See that I am.
Okay, so he is the director of this hospital, and apparently, well, I don't know if he's actually a member of Providence. He knows Providence exists, which logically he would only know Providence existed if he was actually a part of it, because otherwise, you know, the whole secret organisation thing strikes me that, yeah, you wouldn't know about it unless you really, really had to. So let's just keep following her around, learn a bit more about her routine yet. She speaks to the director. She's still going further around to the right to... Ah! The sushi restaurant. Now, poison sushi. That's quite frankly just a classic in Hitman terms.
Good day to you, sir.
Oh my god, it's the woman with the same voice as everybody.
Could I ask you for some fugu roll?
1,000 apologies, miss, but hospital administration has put a ban on pufferfish. There was an incident only last week. A kitchen apprentice took it upon himself to... well, I can't even bear to say it out loud.
Well, I'm sure you can make an exception this once.
The rules are the rules.
How are you, sir?
I'm sure you understand.
I'm a lawyer. I see them more as a set of guidelines.
I just don't want to get fired. If you would excuse me.
Oh, I asked for fugu, not jellyfish.
It is slightly weird to see, you know, in this Japanese hospital, Japanese staff who have American accents. It's slightly odd indeed. So, we've got blending in as a patient here. So, poison pufferfish, of course, yeah, that's the epitome of the Hitman classic. That is the famous kill we got back against, what was his name? Yamamoto Jr. back in Hitman 2. So it almost feels traditional to do that, quite frankly.
Better catch him now.
And she's going to have another chat with the director. Fine, let's just make sure if it's actually the same chat or not. But other than that, I'm going to assume she's about to head back to her room shortly.
That security breach you mentioned. I take it you found something.
No. We're still looking. This is something else, I'm afraid. I know you prefer not to know our methods, but, well, our man was in such a hurry to acquire a heart from Mr. Soders, a right-sided heart, that...
He didn't cover his tracks?
Not sufficiently, no. The curator was able to find a donor in Brazil, Street Kid, one of the neighbors. We paid the leaders of his gang to look the other way, but someone rolled on us. Our man almost didn't get the heart through customs. And just yesterday we caught an Interpol agent snooping around.
Here? Are you telling me that Interpol tracked an illegal black market organ trade to this hospital?
Regrettably, yes.
We will reach out. Pull the available strings. In the meantime, Director, I suggest you get your house in order. Your chair is wobbly.
Okay, somewhere in this hospital we've got an Interpol agent who presumably has some form of special access or weaponry if I wanted weaponry. You know what? If the ICA can't manage to smuggle guns into this hospital, then I'd be willing to bet that unfortunately the Interpol probably can't either. Yeah, she's definitely going back to her room at this point, and then she'll probably begin this loop again. Over to yoga, over to sushi, back to the room. 3-stage loop. Lots of good, easy opportunities there. Just make sure she's heading towards the room. Yep, absolutely, definitely she is. Fine, in which case, let's just have a little bit more of a look around some of those areas. In particular, see if we can find a staff member to pick off. One more soda can there. Put that down. Ooh. Unless I could access... Oh, I can access the wider area. Oh, I didn't realise that. Now, let's just head down here. Oh, so this is trespassing, but not hostile. Now there's a whole bunch of snowmobiles here. Okay, I didn't realise this was part of the map. So this might be a good chance to get one of the security alone, and indeed potentially a back door in some of the backstage areas. Okay, yep, this works. So we've got, security camera over there. There's an area back here. One guard, oh no. The guards are all travelling in pairs. Very bloody clever. That makes this much more difficult than it would be otherwise. Okay, well done to the people who did this level. This is actually set up quite cleverly. If you put the guards in pairs, obviously it's much harder to pick them off. Oh, hello. There's someone over there. Whoever it is, they're not dressed like any of the guards, so... Who is this person? Well, that's interesting enough. I want to go and investigate. Hopefully I can get... If I can just, like, stick close to the wall, I can get underneath that security camera. 2 guys over there hopefully wouldn't see me in time if I just went this way nice and quick. And just the nick of time there. Fine. Right, get over here. Now I should be too close. That is a... Someone just digging out snow. Fine, someone... 2 people digging out snow. Alright. Ooh. You saw me for a second, but luckily decided against looking this way. Well, that works for me. Now we've got, well, we've got ourselves one drain pipe right here that would lead me into what would appear to be... Security camera doesn't quite see me. Very nice. Around here. Up we go. Right, and now we are actively hostile. I want to, yes, scale before the camera sees me and climb through. And now I think... we are behind the... Ooh, yeah. I think at this point, we're behind an area we're not supposed to be anymore. I need to find myself. That is a... Ooh. That counts as a maintenance area. Not as... Oh, hello. Hello. What? Who's the... the guards can see through the windows, clearly. Fine. Got to be a little bit careful here. So that leads through to a closed door over there. Yeah, that's a closed door over there. And then we've got to just... be in here. Watch out for this area. This is presumably around the back of the... Around the back of the... There we go. Oh! Ho-ho. So, this is how you increase the temperature in the sauna. Fine. So if I wanted to do that, and these are all 2-way mirrors. So as a result of that, I could open up this door. I could turn off the cold water if I had a wrench. This is a maintenance cupboard. I feel like if there's anywhere where there ought to be a wrench, it is right here. But sadly, no. Fine. So if I wanted to increase the temperature in here, potentially, well, the thing is, I'd need to lock her in first. Because if I put the temperature up, she just leaves. Presumably, if I just put the temperature up, what stops these guys just leaving? Just put the temperature up, just see what happens. And that's just going to... Surely, they're just going to leave, right? Yeah, why don't you just leave? Now, one of you decides to leave. Probably clever. And then the other one of you decides to leave. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So what I've done there is I've now cleared out this here room. Now that has, well, I'm not really sure what advantage that has now. If I go in here, I mean, like, I can stand to be in here. It's not like so hot. Oh, yes it is. Yes it is. That is actually so hot it starts hurting. Fine. But there's no way for me to lock that door from the outside. So, in which case... yeah, I'm not really sure what the advantage to that is. Well, next time she's upstairs, I'll follow her up here and see how she responds to the now empty room. Potentially, I could just, well, if I had a gun, I might be able to just, like, shoot her through the window, like you did with the guy in Hitman Absolution in the club. Just kind of wait for him to be having the lap dance and then shoot him that way. But, yeah, maybe not quite yet here. We've got another, another set of bathrooms here. Lovely. And we've got, ooh, tamper with the toilet control panel. Nice. Mess up the toilet, or overflow the sink, or hide an item. Now, also, how am I going to detect who the interpol... Oh, sorry! Sorry! I didn't mean to do that. My mistake, sir. Okay, over to the sushi restaurant. If I could find myself a chef, I could prepare some pufferfish, albeit preparing it quite flipping badly. And as a result of that, yeah, end up in a rather nice situation where I can just poison her nice and easy. 2 guys at the bar. Then, who am I going to get on their own like this? Don't see anyone obvious that is ever on their own. And what's down these stairs, by the way? This leads down to the... 1 bathroom and 1 door I can't do anything. Oh, hello. These toilets down here have cupboards. Right, well, that's intriguing. Now I'm just curious as to whether, actually, yeah, that's a good point. You, my good man, security, this could be our first security disguise right here. Unless, of course, you round here have something to say. Are you maybe the Interpol agent by any chance? No, nothing obvious you're saying anyway. Yeah, let's lure that security guard in here if we can. Hang on. Yep, there we go. That's what we needed right there. Close the door.
Whoever it is, stop throwing.
And get him down, and we got ourselves security. Beautiful. Don't know if that's better than what I've got, but it might be. It might open up a few new options. Now we just move him into the cupboard. Lovely. We've also got ourselves a gun. Beautiful, which I'm allowed to have. Though I'm assuming, as is usual, security knows what other security looks like to some degree. So now there's actually going to be a much larger number of people who can potentially see through the disguise. Are you, though? No, actually. We're all right for now. Mind me coming through? And no, I'm allowed in. And yes, I'm allowed into this area. Perfect. So that gives me access to this area outside, including one guy that isn't going to recognise me. Fine, you don't need to be pushed to your death. Lucky you. So now I've got access to all of these back areas. Nice. Stairs up to the morgue versus, sleeping quarters, canteen, restaurant, kitchen. Fine, and ooh, helipad up this way, you say? Helipad, and a cabinet to unlock if I had a key, but I don't. We've got one little changing room here. Well, this is intriguing. A changing room will typically contain some form of uniform you can use. Come on, give me something I can... Oh, hello. Was that just the... Nope, that was just the door. Give me something I can use here. Come on. Yes, resort staff. Okay. Does that count as kitchen staff, by the way? Possibly or possibly not. What I really want is kitchen staff. And then we've got over here... sleeping pods. Oh, that's incredibly depressing. Right, 1 soda can. Lovely. Just keep gathering those up. And in here, a couple of people playing Dance Dance Revolution. I'm guessing potentially medical staff. Because, yeah, they're dressed in different colours to me. Now, one of them would recognise me, so I can't get through there. Fine. You, I feel like, are slightly in the way. I'm just going to bring you down and hide you just in case. Because, yeah, you might spot me while I'm changing at some point. So just on the off chance, I'm going to bring you over here, shove you in this bag. Lovely. There you go. Now let's just go back to resort security. Now I'm back over there. Okay, so now neither of those guys through there recognise me, which is nice. So now I can just walk through here as a wish. Good. No, I could expose a wire with this, but sadly I can't do anything else. And I could activate... Ooh, activate expert mode. Yeah, activate expert mode. Yeah, go on. Give it a go, you losers.
That's a little harsh, isn't it? A total ban?
I don't know. A patient did die. Famous one at that.
Still, it's not the chef's fault. What was the kitchen apprentice thinking, cutting out a fugu fish by himself unsupervised? I mean, it takes years of practice. Didn't the kid realize how poisonous those things are?
He's a kid. Probably wanted to show off, I don't know. But anyway, the hospital administration probably thought it would be better to just ban serving fugu altogether.
Poor chef. That was his best party trick. Now what do we do with the last fugu?
Throw it out, I guess. That is damn shame, too. The chef had to refuse serving Yuki Yamazaki.
Okay, so we now know for certain that there is... Oh, blimey. Oh, yes! That's what that... Okay, so we know there's fugu fish somewhere, which is fine. But more importantly, we know that guy is now trying to play Dance Dance Revolution on expert mode, and he's sweating like crazy, meaning I assume after he's done, he's going to have to go and chill out in, like, the bathroom or whatever, to splash himself with some cold water, at which point we can get what I think might actually be the chef disguise of him. Nice. That's incredibly impressive. Would I just go and cool off in a bathroom somewhere by any flipping chance? Darn it, he isn't. That's annoying. Well, that's fine. It looks like this area is pretty much never looked over. So, potentially, I could just straight up lure one of them through here and then just take them down. I feel like I should be able to.
Somebody go see who threw that.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. One of them's gone over this way.
Mr. or Mrs.
Perfect. Oh, I just knocked him unconscious doing that. Oh, no, he's just wearing... It's just staff. Oh, that's annoying. I'm really sorry. I genuinely thought because of the darkness of the room you were wearing slightly different coloured things, but you weren't. You were just exactly the same as the resort staff outfit I could have got off. Oh, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't actually need to do anything to you. Are you the same? Well, you're dressed in green slightly. Hang on. No, that's too good. You might beat my high score. I've got to stop you just in case. Now, what are you? You are... Oh, you're a handyman. Ah, okay. So you possibly are more useful. We've got this door right here that leads through to... Ah, this is the kitchen. I'm allowed in the kitchen. Ah. Okay, now this is definitely... Well, I hope this is kitchen staff. They're in the bloody kitchen. So as a result of that, we've got... Open the roller door. That would apparently be... That would be a crime of some description. Got it. I could poison some of this stuff. We've got these guys around here. Ah. We've got one chef over there who would see through my disguise. Apparently he really knows what the security looks like. Head upstairs. And we are in... Ah, this is the back of the bar area. Got it. Open up this, and this is now the emergency... No, that's not emergency stairs. This just leads through to... Ah, this area around here. Fine. And security's allowed through all these doors. I wonder if I could just take these guys out right here, just by virtue of doing, like, silent pacifications. Like, if I just take you down right now... and just quickly subdue you. And now just move over to you instead. And now just do... Yeah, you know what? That's much easier. You could just take you guys out like that. Marvellous. Now, just got to watch out for... I know there's a guy at the top who occasionally comes to the top of the stairs for literally no good reason. Right, we're okay for now. So, drag you. And then just... top of the staircase there. No one there at the moment. Fine. Over into... There you go. Fine. We've made our way into the kitchen. This is what we wanted. Now move over to here. Disguise myself as chef, of course. Ha 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 ha. Cut fish. Deadly fugu fish. Just need myself a knife. Well, I really bloody hope this kitchen has a knife in it. Otherwise, there we go. Otherwise, we've got... No, don't blend in, 47. Get the bloody knife. There it is. Lovely. Now that we've got the knife... Oh, yes. This is just traditional. It would be wrong to do this any other way. Cut it with a knife. Yep, lovely. Cut it extremely badly. You've got experience doing that. So, smell something fishy challenge completed. Understandable. Fine. And now I've just got in my inventory fugu fish poison. Beautiful. So, I've got to find what exactly it is I want to poison with her. Because now I've got fugu fish poison. What do I poison exactly to make that work? So, over here where I know she asks for the sushi, the back door leads back out here. And now I'm over here, I can poison a plate of sushi, which is not illegal because, of course, I am a chef. Which means I know exactly how to do that. So now... Ah, now that's poisoned. I can prepare the sushi, okay. And now I can prepare incredibly poisonous sushi. Nice.
All right, 47. Let's make sure this is her last meal.
Yeah, but don't serve it to her. She's not the person we want dead, alright? I think she might have just been drawn to that. She's just kind of deliberately started walking in this direction because we are ready to make sure she dies to this. Lovely. Oh, that's nice, if so. If actually, like, you completing an opportunity, it means she immediately interrupts her routine to come to you, like, straight away, so things speed up. That's actually a nice touch, if so. Wait for it to show. Serve the fish.
Delicate sushi can be savored right here. I just prepared a fresh batch.
Is this fugu? I knew you would come around eventually. Good for you.
I hope you like it. My colleague is a straight arrow. Me, I say it's good to live dangerously.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Yes, that's exactly right. Smooth velvet softness.
Do you do catering?
Absolutely delicious. My compliments to the chef.
There we go, and I'm assuming, give it a moment, she's not going to be feeling so hot. Oh dear, she's not. You know what, maybe I should just walk away at this point. Yep, gonna walk away, lovely. And down she goes. Help myself to a can of soda on the way past as well. Now, let's explore further up this outdoor section. And apparently that was an unnoticed kill. I feel like someone noticed her, alright? Now, ooh, hello.
47. I have intel regarding the pilot.
Okay. Who's the pilot?
I managed to gather intel from the hospital's security system. The chief surgeon, Nicholas Laurent, seems to have frequent rendezvous with the helicopter pilot near the remote personnel exit. And rumor has it that the chief surgeon suffers from trembling hands.
So, well, that's quite frankly a little bit dangerous. The chief surgeon has flipping trembling hands. I feel like he should have been fired long ago. So, presumably, he's, what, buying pills from the helicopter pilot in order to stop the trembling, I suppose? Right, so I need the pilot's disguise as a starting point. Fine. What's going on in here? Well, nothing right now. We've got one security guard who's just, like, dozing in here. And then one guy out here. Well, this should be easy to get hold of. Close that. And now just... Oh, I just punched him in the back of the... That's a shame. Well, you know what? Never mind. I'd say it stands. So what we want to do is we want to get the helicopter pilot disguise. Lovely. Now I want to just quickly snap his neck so I'm not compromised. And I want to just toss him over the edge. Yeah, dump him over the edge. Hopefully no one sees this. Just one more naked corpse in the Japanese valley. Oh, yes. He's going a very, very long way. Marvellous. Now, am I allowed to go through here? Am I currently trespassing? Apparently you'd see through the disguise. Don't know how, but apparently you just would. Well, whatever's in here, I kind of want to see what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a throwable in here just to get your attention. Yeah, you know what? Why don't you go over there and check that out? Lovely. And then open that up.
Is anyone there?
And just subdue you. And then we'll just put you in a cupboard. Let's just get you out of the way, why don't we? Poison the pill stash. Ah, okay, so that guy's presumably doing pills. That's why he was looking sleepy. So I could poison that pill stash if I had poison, and that would get him out of the way. And then if I just go up here, well, I'll tell you what. Helicopter pilot. I could just take the helicopter out of here. Classy end to the game there. Now, where do I meet with the chief surgeon? It said near the remote access door. Well, that feels like that over here. Are you guys going to let me through by any chance? Wait for the chief surgeon. Okay, so I'm in the right spot right now. All I need to do now is wait for the surgeon to show up. Interestingly, there's actually a huge number of windows around here. There might be some fun stuff you could do with sniper rifles now I think about it. Speak of the devil, this looks like medical staff heading this way. This is presumably the chief surgeon, so I definitely want his disguise.
Nails, I need another pill. The effect is waning.
This way, Doc. I'll show you where my stash is.
Hey, I get it. I'm not an errand boy.
Lead the way.
Okay, and would you believe there is conveniently a... Well, actually, I don't know where the stash is. Let's call the chief surgeon to the stash. I'm guessing over here? Somewhere? Perhaps? Ah, wait. I bet it's that little bunch of pills down in here. Right, well, that works for me. If I can just lure you over to here. Hello there. Yeah, you just come over here to this pill stash. Look at the pills on the table there, my good man. That's why you poison the pills.
Here we are.
Thanks, Nick.
And sadly, of course, you can't help yourself because you're being knocked unconscious because I want to become the surgeon. Beautiful. So, now we'll just get you over here. You go in the cupboard too. And now I can be the chief surgeon, who apparently just wears just a coloured bandana. Strikes me as very, very unprofessional.
Well done, 47. This should provide you with the means to get close to Soders.
Nice. So, now I would imagine, presumably, the Chief Surgeon is a unique outfit, and that normally means no one's going to be... someone's going to be seeing through it. Fine. We need to be a little bit careful here. Because, yeah, apparently some of the security can, and at least one doctor can, but not many. Just a couple of doctors around here will, but not a huge number. That works for me. Well, if I scale up here quickly and then just move around the corner, then that guy should hopefully not... Yep, that's fine. No one up there sees through this disguise. If I just move around this way nice and quick. Now, presumably, as I'm wearing the right disguise, yep, that door opens now. There's more around there, but... security camera, but further ways up that don't involve the security camera. What is up? Where on earth am I going here? Okay. It's just a flipping mountain path up here. This I like, and including, several of these little stalactites can potentially be shot to fall. But where on earth am I going, aside from potentially a very, very good little sniper spot? Yeah, it does rather feel like there's nothing up here, to be honest, but potentially, where's the target? Okay, potentially a high-powered sniper rifle could pierce that window right there, and we could take him out. In fact, actually, it might not even require a high-powered one. That might just be kind of frosted glass rather than reinforced. Okay, now that's interesting. Fine. In fact, actually, this would probably be a good location to potentially take a double sniper shot, because from over here I can see where the hot springs are. So she goes through that area over there. He's around here somewhere. So potentially I might be able to take both of them out with a double sniper shot and then potentially get straight out of here if this actually counts as one of the exit spots. Very, very nice indeed. Let's just keep an eye out for no sign of any guards around here at the moment. Fine. In fact, I know where this leads. That is to where I was last time, because that's the red thing. Yeah, those are the two guards I saw earlier. So this just leads round to the rear of the hospital. So there's a back way round here, if you just kind of go down from the hot springs and then round. But that does carry the disadvantage, of course, that, yeah, there's armed guards around there, and you don't actually have to disguise for the door anyway. So, okay, now we're into this area, and nobody recognises the Chief Surgeon. Perfect. Though I am going to have to watch out, because at least one person in here could see through this disguise. Probably another member of security. So yes, indeed, it's another security member. Watch out for him. Open the door. You're just a normal guy. Oh, hello. Hello, who are you exactly? You, if I had to guess, I would say you're going to be the guy who has the room next to hers. So if I came and took care of him first, because like there's only 4 patient rooms, and we know who 3 of them belong to, and this guy's clearly a distinctive patient. So if I had to guess, yeah, if we came up here and dealt with him first, we could then get this guy's disguise on the way out, get into his room, and then just clamber around to get to her room for a very easy throttle, in fact.
This sort of thing never would have happened to Wolverine. Who do I have to bribe to get some sweet Weapon X healing factor going? Come on!
So we've also got some stairs down to the first floor. We've got to be really careful around here, by the way. There's security cameras literally everywhere. So we've got, that looks like a balcony out there. So potentially I could climb my way up here. And we've got security. Fine. So this is that's the first floor right here. So if I can just skip the first floor, that's probably for the best. That's intensive care, waiting area, surgery, life support, surgery itself. But if I head up to the second floor, I feel like, yeah, if I could just get hold of something like the AI, the controls, something, that might work. That's an observation room. Fine, we've already seen that up there. Another observation room around here. That is camera. Okay, watch out for the cameras. Fine. Then we've got... Can I open this door? Ooh, defibrillator power.
That is Eric Soders, former training director at the ICA. Regrettable.
Fine. So we've got ourselves Eric Soders under the effect of, yeah, a big mechanical thing. If I had a screwdriver, I could sabotage this, but I don't right now. I could also, theoretically, overcharge the defibrillator. Ooh, that strikes me as good. Yeah, sure, why not?
Charging defibrillator to 400%. Be advised, this charge is lethal. Defibrillator charge reset. Charge set to normal.
Oh. Hang on, why didn't it do it? Oh. So I can overcharge it, but then it just goes back down again. So I need to find like a combination of things before that actually works. Observation room there has a security camera. Let's avoid that for now. Instead, let's just figure out where else we could go. Any of you others? You're the guy who sees through my disguise. Fine. This room here is the Physical Research Center. Can you see into this room? Yes, you can see into this room. But I don't see anything particularly important in here I need. Another observation room. I need to cut through the observation room if I want to get through to whatever's beyond it. Which means I need to avoid the security cameras. Fine. Or I could just say... third observation room. There's many, many observation rooms in here. Or the director's office. Well, that strikes me as just straight up incredibly useful. But yeah, we know where the director is. He just wanders around near the Japanese garden. So potentially we could find an opportunity to get hold of him at some point or other. What we need to do here is get right underneath the get right underneath the camera. Secondary control room is right here. Cut through here. And we are good for now. Okay, so if you go around to the third control room, you can just kind of bypass one. This is, the mainframe, but can't get in here unless I have the disposable scrambler, or presumably I'm the director would be allowed in here, or chief technician or something, I'm not sure. So right now, what do we need to do? We could interrupt the procedure anytime I wanted, but would that be enough to kill him? As a precaution, Kai's instructed to prevent any patient from harm. So I literally can't just push a button and he dies, because the AI is keeping an eye on things. Well, that's, in all fairness, that makes an awful lot of sense, yes. So if I just try and do this...
Warning. Operations procedure overwritten. Warning. No vital signs detected. Commencing resuscitation procedure. Charging defibrillator.
Okay.
Ready.
I see.
3, 2, 1. Clear.
So, if anything goes wrong, he just gets defibrillated back to life. So all I need to do is hit that button, run out this way underneath the security camera, round the outside to the defibrillator room, and then hit the defibrillator controls before the defibrillator actually charges. And then that should definitely finish him off. Or, I would just be able to kill him this way if I had access to Kai's mainframe, but I don't right now. So this works for me, because this is a nice little accident right here. Technically, it's not even my fault. It's the AI's fault. The AI will feel very guilty about this, I'm sure. So let's do this. Interrupt the procedure again, and now the moment that's done, head this way. Okay, go, 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 go. Right, round this way, underneath the camera so the camera doesn't see me, and now get round to the defibrillator. And now we just make our way around here, quick as you like, and as soon as this thing's about to fire, at that point we overcharge it. Okay? Yep, charging defibrillator. Fine.
Ready. 3.
Overcharge it now. And there he goes.
That's both targets down. Attack finalizes. We're done.
And what a tragedy. Oh dear, cause of death, insufficient data. And I'd say at this point, we just walk straight out, hop onto that lovely little helicopter, and be on our way. Because technically, of course, this was a tragic, 2 terrible tragic accidents, in fact. Obviously, there was the terrible, horrific, completely unforeseeable tragic accident. Just make sure there's no security guards around here. No, we're good for now. Yeah, terrible, tragic, horrific accident. That there was, just poisoned fugu fish. And now, terrible, unforeseeable accident of, the AI just completely messing up. And interestingly, are you guys... Oh, you his security guards? You're just going back to the flipping helicopter because you've got nothing better to do with your time right now? Oh, that'd be lovely if so. Well, that works for me. Just get behind the helicopter here. Yep, behind the helicopter. Exit the mission. We're done. And now to see the final cutscene of the game and how this all fits in to Olivia and the grey bloke. Off we go. Helicopter is obviously the classiest way to leave, I would say. Marvellous. But yeah, if you did that backwards, doing him first, then grabbing the patient disguise, and then going to deal with her. Oh, here we go. Now, what's next? There's got to be a twist yet, surely. Meeting Dana in person again? Blimey, 47. That's supposed to be a rare occurrence.
Miss Burnwood.
Oh, wait, that's not 47.
That's not what my ticket says.
We received your message. Loud and clear, I might add. Honestly, you could have just sacked the poor guy.
I didn't catch your name.
No, you didn't. There'll be no retaliation, not for Soders, nor any other recent fiascos. Someone's been meddling in our affairs, killing our operatives, and making the ICA look like fools. I think you got close to that someone. Closer than we've ever been. That's why we're hiring you to take him down.
I don't think so.
Don't rattle our cages, Miss Burnwood. You really have no idea.
You spy on us, bribe our people, and you have the gall to demand our help. No. You can't be trusted.
Even so, we've been around for a long, long time. I think we could help each other. Some 20 years ago, your agency took in a young man with no past and extraordinary skills. In his own special way, he cares about you, and vice versa. And ever since that time, you've never stopped wondering where he came from and who made him what he is.
There was a doctor. Some depraved experiment. But he's gone now.
Ah. Well, if you believe the questions died with him, we have nothing further to discuss. If not, as I said, I think we could help each other. Partners, then. Cheer up, Miss Burnwood. We are the lesser evil. This terrorist, he wants nothing but chaos.
He's only a terrorist if you win.
Miss Burnwood, we won a long time ago. This is maintenance.
Yep, little baby 47, photo taken in Romania, fine. We know about this. This was all in Hitman contracts. And that's the end of Season 1, I suppose, and Season 2. Providence and the ICA working together. And presumably, therefore, the main thing we'll be doing is going after the grey bloke who, well, seemingly has been using the ICA to try and take down Providence as best he can. Yeah, interesting. Worth having a think about all of that. Anyway, let's see how we did in that mission. Must have picked up a fair few bits and pieces there. Stacking up, the fish, thrill seeker, tasteless, traceless, turn on autopilot, malpractice, the watchman just for killing her, and with the sushi, we stole the helicopter, he flatlined, we killed the herald. There was no evidence apparently. Actually, not as much as I was expecting. Only up to level 5. I think sometimes I go up to like level flipping 10 or something off the very first run through. But it did look like there were fewer achievements. It looked like there were only, what was it, 74 I think achievements. So a relatively smaller number, which is interesting. And that has got me, obviously we got a 10,000 point penalty for killing non-targets, ×2 of course, the guy from Absolution. I was doing the world a favour, damn it. And yeah, unfortunately the helicopter pilot, who could have just been knocked unconscious if he hadn't seen me, so that was a shame, and never spotted. What was I spotted? Oh, of course, because I was compromised twice, which is why I had to kill those two guys. So, you know, reasonable, but not exactly spectacular. And I go in at number 3 in the world because, I'll be honest with you ladies and gentlemen, I had access to this one day early, which is why even with a not particularly good score, I get to be number 3 in the world. By the time you're watching this, that will no longer be true. But most importantly, I do now have a small agency pickup. So that means if I want to, I can drop in, yeah, gun if I wanted one, fibre wire, lockpick, coins. Ooh, apparently the Scrambler requires a large pickup point. Also, apparently my silver baller isn't allowed, which is unusual. This is new, by the way, the custom 5mm. So concealable pistol, ergonomically designed to pass... Oh! A pistol that will actually pass a pat down. And also has a built-in suppressor. Okay, fine. Finally, after like several missions of basically useless nothing, the game has actually given me something useful. A pistol that can pass by pat downs and also has a built-in silencer, albeit it's suppressed, not really silenced. So, quiet, reduced range, but cannot be reloaded. You've just got a few bullets and that's your lot. But that's actually genuinely very, very useful. But there you are, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of Hitman Season 1, at least as far as the missions are concerned. But it feels like there's a lot of really cool stuff hidden away in this one. So I'll probably do another video just showing off a bunch of alternative kills and whatever. That's probably to come. Not sure exactly when. You may have noticed a lot of games are coming out at the moment. So yeah, we'll fit that in when we can fit that in. That I'm sure will be along very, very soon indeed. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Hitman Season 1, and, well, not really much of a conclusion to Season 1, to be honest. We didn't really get much in the way of answers about what we've been seeing so far, aside from the fact that Providence is now sufficiently rattled that they want to do a deal with the ICA, and rather uncharacteristically for Diana, she's always been very kind of hard-hearted in all business. It would appear that even though she basically thinks that working with Providence is a terrible idea, she might just kind of do it anyway, just because she wants to learn more about 47's past. Even though, you know, we know quite a bit. We know all about 47's past already, Diana. Seriously, just ask him about the events. Maybe, like, no one remembers the events of Contracts. I mean, the events of Contracts were being kind of hazily remembered by 47 after he'd been shot and was under the influence of, like, drugs. He was desperately trying to medicate himself in time to break out past the police barricade. But maybe the events of Contracts 47 doesn't even clearly remember, and maybe because it was a flashback, he never told Diana anyway. But yeah, that strikes me as a little bit oddly out of character for Diana, but we shall see. Regardless though, that's a good little map. Like, it looked fairly small, but actually there's a load of stuff. It's very, very dense, and the characters do interesting things. And because technically, well, it's not really a public area, but you know what I mean? Like, a lot of characters can wander anywhere, and it feels very public, because there's like spas and restaurants and loads of patients around. So, yeah, that feels like a really, really solid map. It's probably not Sapienza good. That's probably like the finest level that will ever be in the Hitman franchise, but that could potentially be the second best level in the game. A fitting ending to what has been a brilliant little game here. Hitman, apparently Season 1, is, yeah, excellent. Truly, truly excellent. Like, I understand some people just haven't really been playing it because they didn't want to go for an episodic game. I understand in January we're looking at a full game boxed release. If you haven't been playing Hitman so far, I really do thoroughly recommend it. Like, I do think people should be looking at this. It's probably, ooh, is it better than Blood Money? It could be, you know, the levels are just absolutely fantastic and so much fun, interesting stuff to do, so much replayability here, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a privilege to play through Hitman for you there, and I think there's a lot more to do in Japan, and we will look into that in the future, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been Johnson, has been many a true nerd, and this has been the finale of Hitman Season 1. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Apparently they've all decided to bring knives to a gunfight, which is a terrible idea. Oh yeah, you try to charge him, why don't ya? Oh dear. Never charge the man with the shotgun. Does it involve me going and killing people? Because if so, how many and where? Right, this is embarrassing. I've kind of just locked myself out of my flat. Do you happen to have a spare set of keys?